Hello, and welcome to a unique thing. So, I recorded this video earlier. 3 or 4 hours ago. But I did things out of order when recording it, when setting up the recording software. And so, I didn't actually record my microphone. Some of my wonderful commentary that I did at the time was lost. So, it sounds horrible. Oh my god, this thing is horrible. But here's the thing. I had the game on one monitor, and on my second monitor I had the video playing. That was basically a guide on how to get overpowered in like 10 minutes or something. And the gist of the video is you can beeline for the Catacombs, and you find a great site, then wheel, and you fire ascend your great site. And that's the end of it. The dude in the video was good. He did it like 10.5 minutes. He just ran through everything and really did what he had to do. From the start, I pretty much took the attitude that I don't need to do it in 10 minutes. The dude in the video was kind of trying to do it as an experiment, almost, to see how fast he could. I was taking my time. I was okay with killing extra people and picking up extra things and stuff like that. Also, I'd only seen the video once before, and so I'm watching it at the moment of recording this video, and trying to figure out what to do in real time. And so there are times in this video where I have to like stop and I just watch the YouTube video. Also, as you probably noticed, there's more than one set of game sounds going on, and that's because of so it might be confusing, and it's probably but that's what's going on.
There was an old... and this.
So yeah, I forgot to record the audio. The microphone off. But then my friend prompted me to re-record the commentary track. Which is what I'm doing right now. Because why the fuck not, mostly. So yeah, going for it. Aha, right there. I forgot that the dude disappears. And you have to like wait for his corpse to go away before you can pick up the key to open this door here. So I had to backtrack. That was kind of annoying. Whatever. And it was right about here that I realized that the YouTube video that I was watching as a guide was definitely from a previous patch. Because he was walking around and one-hitting these guys. And so that's kind of annoying. But whatever. This is so nice. We got so close. They were so low on health. Like, I don't think I can help fire these guys on my first. So I feel like adding just like 3 or 4 damage. Here, you might have noticed that it's kind of an awkward thing going on. I tried to do the lunge attack, after which I would have done the lunge attack. I don't know. I tried forward and R2, supposed to like jump forward and swing your weapon. And then once you do that, then you're supposed to be able to just hit R1 while you're falling, which stabs his weapon and down below you. Essentially what's supposed to happen is that's supposed to add damage from the plunge and the lunge. And so instead of doing 415, So I just want to point out that when I was recording this video originally, the sounds weren't nearly as disorienting. I don't know why. But I was able to just kind of zone something out. Maybe it's just because I could actually see what was going on in both my game and the YouTube video I was watching. When you don't have that visual clue, then it's a lot more confusing. But I did have to alt-tab every once in a while to kind of look around and make sure I know what to do. There are times when I stop playing entirely for like 3 minutes to watch what happens in the video to make sure I'm not missing something further down the road. So this is something that I decided to do back on in the video. I leveled up because I have souls, and it didn't look like I needed to save those souls. And leveling up was gonna help me get through, you know, the stuff I'm doing. So I figured, why not? So I failed walking on the well. I forgot where the fire bombs are. That was also fantastic. The fire bombs are one of the few things the guy did actually go grab. You can probably see it a little bit, but I was actually lagging a little while playing the game. I feel like that is visible now. So the dude in the YouTube video, the guide, he essentially just sprints through this area. He grabs the caduceus shield. I don't remember exactly what it was. Apparently the cracked wooden shield doesn't offer enough defense or something. So he just grabs that shield and then goes straight to the Catacombs. And he makes a beeline for the necromancer, on which he uses fire bombs and the pyromancy spell to kill him. The dude in the video had an easy time with it, really quickly. It took me several attempts. Me throwing that fireball was me clicking to get back into the game, but the click ended up also activating my primary attack. My primary attack is currently Pyromancy. And so while I was just trying to select the game so that I could actually control it again, I accidentally attacked. I actually sent it again. And I did it again right here. So that's fantastic. But it doesn't really matter. So right about here, I thought that was the shield I was going to pick up, but then it wasn't, and so I got confused. And then I started going down this stairwell, and I'm like, no, that's the stairwell that actually leads to the Catacombs. And so then I realized I don't know where this shield I'm supposed to grab it. So I tried running around, finding it. Backed up a little bit, but I managed to get out, so it's not too bad. Get wasted time. But I wasn't doing this for in the interest of time. I didn't care about doing it as a speed run. I knew I wouldn't be able to do it in 10 minutes. I was just trying to get it done. All I wanted was to get to the great site before I really do much of anything else. And it would have been awesome if I'd gotten to the great site and let fire ascended it and stuff, but you'll see what happens. So, I don't know what the hell to talk about. I've been working on memorizing pi recently. I found myself at times where just kind of finding knowledge is... I'm doing a training thing. And so I'm sitting around already trying to think about random stuff and remember random stuff. But sometimes there are questions that I just straight up don't know. So I have nothing to do. And so I make sure that I still know just fine. Back in high school, I got up 100 people memorized. I had that for a year, maybe. And then I just kind of entirely fine stuff. And eventually I got a few years later I found that I could still recite 150, 250 enough, but I couldn't really go beyond it. It wasn't until like the last year, maybe even the last 6 months, that I started going back and started to try again, and I realized that I could memorize pretty easily. I was already up at like 200, and I think getting up to 300 like really, really quickly. Just because as I go through the I memorize in sets of 5. And so then 10, and then in sets of 50. And so that's basically, those are the, I don't know, those are the metrics by which I can tell where I was in the sequence of pi. And basically reading through it, the digits sounded very familiar once I tried to memorize. And so I memorized up to 300 digits pretty easily. Technically, I only got to 190, and then while at cooking, I realized that I had forgotten the last 10. And so that kind of frustrated me. And so then I went back and said that again. And it's been a couple months since 2023. And so now it's just one last week. Decided to 50 digits, which turned out pretty easy. And so probably in the next week we'll go for 400 digits, because that would probably also be easy. So that's just something not fun. Going back to the game, you can see that I am failing. The dude in the video, he just runs past everything, kind of like I did. But then he gets to that necromancer guy, and he hits him once, hits him twice, and then they trade a hit, and then the dude kills him. For me, I mean, first off, I have skeletons stabbing me in the back when I'm trying to fight the necromancer. That didn't happen to the dude in the guide. The other thing is, I can't ever seem to get that first attack. I was trying to use firebombs at first, but then eventually switched to pyromancy just because I was like worn out firebombs. And I think the pyromancy is actually slower to use. In fact, I'm quite certain that it's actually slower. You can see, like, right there, this necromancer gets the attack off, like, almost immediately. Like, before I couldn't really do much of anything. And then you can get the second attack in really easily because I'm kind of stunned. And, so I just kind of get my ass handed either. So I eventually figured it out. If I don't know what I figured out, I still don't feel like I was doing anything differently. I'd been trying to do a thing, and for whatever reason, it just happened to work. Finally. Also, the first couple times, just before I get to Necromancer, you can see I round the corner, and there's a skeleton wall that starts assembling himself. And I got stuck on that skeleton the first 2 or 3 times I tried this. And it's pretty fun. Just trying to run past him, but I can't. He's right there. Except you can see I went between the first and second columns. Originally I had just been trying to go in front of the first column. So this is the point where I decided, fuck pyromancy and firebomb. Hit the guy. And then I realized my axe does damage. Which didn't surprise me, in fact, I sort of expected it. But it's still confirmation that I can't use a hand weapon. I have to. Well, I guess they're. The point is, I can't use steel, I have to use a spell. Use magic. Or firebomb, which are almost the form of magic. I don't know. I can't help but be reminded of the scene in B300 in which the narrator is detailing all those things that were sent at the 300 Spartans. It's like, oh yeah, there's the giant beasts from all the different corners of the world, and there's the hordes of people and the immortals, and then there was these one dudes with their magics. And the dudes with the magics were basically throwing firebombs. They're considered magic because people didn't know how it worked. I'm laughing because I'm not that it mattered while I was laughing. Oh yeah, this is kind of shitty. If you haven't noticed already, this video goes on for like 50 minutes. That's because there's a lot of this kind of shit where I'm like trying to get somewhere and I just get shafted over and over again. And I guess it's because I'm just not that great of a player. I feel like I'm not a bad player, which is good, but also I don't know what's going on in the game. And sometimes there's wasn't a lot I could do apparently. So I think at this point I was getting frustrated. I was trying to really figure out for sure if the dude in the video was doing something different than what I was doing. I think I had said something in the original about how maybe the AI was patched or something. I had already pointed out how my hand axe was taking 2 hits to kill those guys early on in the Asylum, whereas the dude in the video was going 1 hit. So yeah, it's a different version, maybe reducing the damage of certain weapons doesn't change. And they also made enemies tougher or smarter or faster or less. Because I'm doing really essentially the exact same thing that the guide was doing. And yet the things weren't working out the same way for me. And so like here, you can see I dodged the fireball. First one anyway. And I've been trying to do that like every single time. But this time, I don't know what was different. But the guy just kind of wasn't attacking much. He did get an attack on me. I also got an attack on him. But he didn't seem stuck, and I would have expected him to attack me again. Which he didn't do. And so I just attacked him, and then he still didn't attack me, so I attacked him again. As you saw, I ended up killing him. But that victory feels like luck more than skill. I feel like I was doing essentially the exact same stuff, and I don't feel like I was really fucking on previous attempts, even though I was at times. But not every time. I don't feel like I was fucking up enough to almost failures. But yeah, basically it feels like a fair bit of chance whether I'm winning or failing. And actually, that comes up later in the video also. And you will see, I'll point that out to you when that is. So, at this point in the video, I'm figuring out the next step. The guide activated the lever that's just to the that's next to this bonfire. He consumed his twin humanities, used one to reverse his hollow, and then he basically just sprints through a bunch of things. And no, actually he falls. What he's doing now is he's on his way to the beginning. And so I just wanted to make sure that the humanities for it, that I had the right gear equipped. I wanted to see also if I could spend those 1300 souls level up, or if I was split later up. Turns out I don't need to. I would have gotten enough of this, I think. Doing the video. So I figured I would go ahead and spend my 1300 souls. I want health because I want to have a little bit extra survive all this running around and killing. Excuse my yawn. So I guess this is the part where I want to make sure that I could actually spend those souls. The dude in the video gets like, I think 20,000 million. So he ends up with like 2,400, which was enough for him to upgrade his great scythe to +5 and do a fire ascension with it and level up his character a high enough level so because I think it's the main strength of the defense. So right now I'm watching him fight the regular boss, and I want to make sure that I had some idea. Got the video, as I recall, didn't actually seem to be very good. He seemed to be just kind of attacking randomly. I think he got hit a couple times unnecessarily, and it didn't look like the great player that he seemed to be based on this video, where he just runs through everything and doesn't get killed. And maybe the patch changed a lot of stuff. Maybe when he made the video, doing the stuff he did was a lot easier than the time. I don't know. But he got through it all on in one go, without dying. And it took me several tries. Yeah, he did be very efficient in his fight against him. I can't say I was very efficient either. I was worse than him, for sure. But, no, not important anyway. point was I wanted to make sure I knew how to actually fight pinwheel, so I wasn't just going to run in and die and need to reconsume humanity to resummon the phantom and all that good stuff. But yeah, so I'm remembering the dude had, I don't know how many souls he gets, but I know that after he was completely done upgrading his weapon, he had like 12,000 souls left, which is quite a lot, considering he hasn't pulled up once. And so I figured 12,000 souls remaining. That's plenty. I'm going to get those souls. Okay. May as well go ahead and some 600, 700, 800 souls are going to make it. And then I figured I know what to do. I know where to go. I know how to fight pinwheel. So I went for it. Managed to catch the first guy, not the second guy. Skeletons are fucking springing quick. I had to make sure I made that jump before. But then there were those exploding heads nearby, which the guy in the video didn't have to deal with. And then there's this skeleton, which the guy in the video didn't have to deal with. I considered fighting him, and then I realized I was going to respawn. I don't waste my pyromancy because I have my boss fight. So I'm just going to drop down and pick it up. So, Paladin Needle, as you probably know. I'm not. I'm assuming you know something about Dark Souls. And so I'm assuming that you know that summoning Paladin Leroy requires humanity, which is why I had to consume some and reverse my hollowing earlier. Actually saying that summoning the Phantom requires humanity. I feel like that's not a great way to say it. I mean, it's true, but anyway, so figure out where to go. This is me doing the final set that I had the weapons and gear that I would have to go through all my armor to ensure that there's better armor for me to work with. Turns out that what I was wearing really gives better stats than stuff. Not everything. Needed. Sunny D. Where are we checking the better? Damn, I spent too much time watching the movie. So, back to pie. Let's see if I can remember 350 digits still. 9. I think that's the first 100. 82148 636 5211 4599 64462 2949 5493 200 4428 197 665 933 4461 2847 564 823 678 652 712 that's 250. 4 5 6 4 8 5 6 6 9 2 3 4 6 0 3 4 8 6 1 1 4 5 4 3 2 6 6 4 8 2 1 3 3 9 3 6 0 7 2 6. Shit. I'm at 290 again. I'm still getting those last 10. I said. More than that though. Well, anyway, we're fighting a pinwheel, trying to figure out how to figure out which one is the real one. It's a little bit disorienting just because they would either be appearing behind me without me noticing, or something. I could only see like a small section of the screen. So I couldn't really tell which was the real thing and which was just another. I can't really see when they spawn. And even when I do see when they spawn, I thought they're supposed to be more of an animation than real people, but they never seem to. And so it's at this point that I was explaining that the pinwheel fight was actually really easy. I was never really that close to dying, and it wasn't really a tense fight. I just kind of walked around, somewhat flippantly swinging my axe at things. Obviously, Paladin Leroy helped a lot. He does a fuck ton of damage. So I get the Mask of the Mother, which increases health by about 50, as I learned. Which is, you know, cool. 50 health is worth it. I went through the room to make sure there wasn't anything else for me to pick up. I realized there wasn't. I tried to go to the exit, realized there wasn't an exit, then realized there's a ladder that I didn't see, and then realized again the video just used a homeward bone to return to the bonfire. And so then I figured, yeah, I'll just do what he does. Instead of saying, hey, what's up the ladder? I'm not trying to be as efficient as possible, so I can actually go exploring and find out what's up the ladder. I should have done that, I didn't. Oh well. So, hi. I think 4, 5, 6, 4, 8 is the start of the 50, set of 50 there. So 4, 5, 6, 4, 8, 5, 6, 9, 2, 4, 6, 1, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 6, 1, 3, 3, 9, 4, 7, 2, 6. Wait, is that right? 6, 7, 2, 6, 1, 8, 4, 8, 5. No, that's not. I gotta restart over. 4, 5, 6, 4, 8, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 3, 4, 6, 7, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 6, 6, 4, 8, 6, 7, 2, 6. I think I was right about the 726 part. I remember those three. But I kind of need the set of 5, or even better, the set of 10 to really pick up where I left off. 726. I want to say it's something like 48191. Or maybe 38191 or... is... I'm gonna max out if I start from 4. I don't know why this set of 10 gives me so much trouble, but I keep forgetting it. Maybe I should write it down. If I wrote it down, I could probably figure it out a little better. A little easier, a little more reliable. I guess I'll do that, because I have another 20 minutes to go. And not a hell of a lot to talk about. Because nearly the rest of the video is just me trying to get through this one area without dying, which doesn't work very well. So, starting from 3.1.593.658.479. 502-8-41971-69-399-37510. I'm going too slow. I think it's 58209. I'm going to go for it. 5820971. Once again, I'm going so slow that my 5-word memorization isn't working. That's like when you're trying to solve a Rubik's Cube and you're going so slow so that you can demonstrate it for somebody else, but then you're going too slow, and so your muscle memory isn't taking over, and then you realize that you're not actually consciously aware of how to do it. Anyway, in the video, as you saw, I just died, and I actually have 0 souls right now, and I had 0 souls when I died. Before that, I dropped like 17,000 souls or whatever it was. Maybe it's only 15,000. But that sucks. That basically means that even if I get the Great Scythe, I can't actually level it up. Not right away anyway. I was kind of okay with that. I kind of want to watch that video again of the guy, because I don't remember him being on the big story. But I figured I could kill time. I'll go pick up this other thing. So I got the bridge open. I've done a bunch of souls, whatever. The next step is to run across the bridge and then jump down to the thing on the right, below there. Yeah, you actually made it on my first try. But then I can't get there because the skeletons freaking fast. Not only did they follow me, but then they just catch up and kill me. Which is something else that the guy in the video never had to deal with. He just got across the bridge and healed. Probably what happened is that those 2 skeletons jumped after him but fell off instead of landing on the ledge where he was. I don't know how that worked for him, but it did. So yeah, I had a fucking fantastic time trying to get past all these guys. And it's basically in here. I'm going back to earlier when I was talking about these games, and right in this area is where I felt like there's a lot of luck. Sometimes these guys would come after me, sometimes they wouldn't. Maybe there were subtle differences in the paths I took to take to where I was going, or maybe there wasn't. I don't know. It didn't seem like there was. There are times when I'm sure I did exactly the same thing, but the AI would do something different, which is fine. They don't have to do the exact same thing every time. They did when they were here. really smart. But it's just sometimes I did like random things. They're kind of annoying. Over and over and over again. Get used to an enemy either doing or not doing something. And so I'm like, alright, I don't have to worry about this because I can just get here, get through a certain area before they do a certain thing. And so then I take that attitude and go in, and I'm pretty sure I'd do the same thing. Then they do something different, and they'd totally fuck me over. And so then eventually I'd get used to be like, alright, fine, maybe they actually do this. And then they just do something else entirely. The next thing. And again, it fucks me over. I think it's at this point in the video when I decided things aren't working, and I was debating whether I should fight, but mostly I just wanted fast rolls. I didn't want to have to, basically I wanted to go from one roll immediately to the other. And right there you can see that I'm still not quite in the lightest weight position that the game has. So I need to drop more weight before I can really roll the tops. Where I basically need to be carrying, or you need to have equipped less than 25% of your maximum carry weight. So for instance, if you're carrying, or if you can carry up to 100 pounds, then you need to be carrying less than 25 pounds. So as fast as possible, if you're carrying between 25 and 50 pounds, then you're slower. If you're carrying like more than 50 pounds, then you're just really slow. So this is me unequipping stuff so I can roll. And that was a fast roll. I roll and I get up on my feet and I'm ready to roll again very quickly. And that's how I figured I would get past all these guys. I could try fighting. The attempts before what you're seeing now, I kept my shield out because I thought that blocking would be useful. But then I decided I'll just try to dodge or I know I did explain my thought process when I did this recording, but of course my thought process that I was did not make it into the video because, as you know, I forgot to record the fucking microphone. But basically I was explaining that I don't want to deal with trying to block things. Because if I'm stopping to block, then that means I'm stopping. And that gives other enemies a chance to catch up to me, and that means I'm more likely to stun lock. And actually, I remember that was right there. I intentionally jumped off because I'd already taken a bunch of hits, and I didn't think I'd be able to get past those guys, and I was sure I wasn't going to actually get all the way to the end, so I just let it end quickly. And this is the point where I realized the walls are crawling with Scarab highways, I will call them. So rolling helped me out a lot here so far. I managed to dodge stuff. I just dodged a lot more stuff. Right there, you saw me get hit by a fireball. That frustrated me so many times. There was at least 5 runs where I was going through basically the exact same spot, and I anticipated fireball. I'm like, yeah, fireball is going to come like right now. So I gotta roll right now, and I'll probably dodge it. And so then like I try to roll, I'm like, oh, I'm not dodging. And then I get hit by a fireball. And I don't know why the game was being unresponsive. Maybe it was just an illusion because there's like adrenaline pumping through my brain, and so my perception of time was heavily skewed because my thoughts were going fast enough and I was trying to do certain things, and what felt like a second game was actually only like 4 potentially then maybe a quarter of a second isn't actually enough time for your character to I don't know what it was, but it really because I wanted to dodge, I knew when to dodge, but for whatever reason I couldn't actually pull off the dodge, except for once. I think I did it once, where I just dodged the fireball from that necromancer, and it felt so good. That's the part when, right here's the part when I realized I need a bear left rather than bear right, or else I'll just pull off. But yeah, dropping that fireball. It felt good because I couldn't actually see it coming. I just kind of figured, that guy is probably going to throw a fireball. And it's just game sense. And then it turns out to be right. So this projectile comes, not enough time for me to react once I actually see it. But I still dodged it. So I think every time that guy hits me with the fireball in the back, I was trying to dodge. Which is what was really frustrating. Well, maybe the first time I wasn't trying to dodge. But like every single time after that, I was trying to dodge, which is one of the reasons why getting hit in the back with the fireball was so annoying. That time I thought I was going to go over the head of the skeleton. So it didn't happen. Anyway, back to pie. 5950 7816 406 286 20899 86280 3425 Alright, that's 100 digits. 7678. 8, 2, 1, 4, 8. Did I just get hit by a fireball from that necromancer at the other end of that bridge? That frustrated me because I didn't even know there was a necromancer there. Every other run I would just go through and there's those two skeletons I had to deal with, but nothing else. And I noticed earlier that the necromancer is actually there while you're running across the bridge. But I hadn't noticed him before because he's in the background and he wasn't doing anything. And at one time, I was so confident, and like, yes, I'm going to cross the bridge. I've had a couple tries at it. I know where to jump down. I can actually get off and land on that ledge down below. And I felt really good about it, and I felt like I was going to dodge those two skeletons. And then I get hit by a fireball, which just the skeletons hit me, and then I died. But whatever. Hell yeah, I dodged the fucking fireball. This is probably the time when I get to it. Maybe not. This is not the time when I get to it. That shit happens. That's not actually what kills me. What kills me is that I didn't know distances. I didn't know relative distances. And so like I knew where to go. I didn't know how long I had to get there. I didn't know how far away I was, so I just ended up running off the side of the ledge. So, which I was actually I was afraid of that specific thing before it happened, but I was also panicking and just trying to get away from those skeletons, which I figured were pursuing. And I was kind of hoping, kind of expecting to have enough time to be able to get to those stairs at the end and stop. And stop before I come off the edge. So, pi 32823 46647, I guess. 0984 460 I didn't know if that's 0 or 1. I'm pretty sure it's 0. But I went back another 10 digits to get a running head start. That's the way I remember it. So that's a sliver out fireball. Dodge the fireball. Again. Didn't dodge the skeletons, but I landed on the bridge. And they both fall off. And so this must be the point at which I get the great scene. Five oh five eight two 23172 5 5 9 4 0 8 1 2 8 6442 I guess. 6482. Shit, is that right? 2948279. That's not 64482, which is what I wrote. It's 64462. I'm pretty sure. That's what happened on there. 5 4 6 4 4 2 8 1 7 5 6 6 5 1 3 3 4 4 6 1 2 8 4 7 5 6 4 8 2 3 7 8 6 7 I have another 50 to go. 27121909 4 5 6 4 8 5 6 6 9 2 3 4 6 0 3 4 8 6 1. Oh, did I already do that? 48610 sounds familiar. I'm worried that I'm repeating digits. I am probably not, but that's one advantage of having it written out, is I can check. I have not done that set of 5 yet. So, 48610. I think it's 45432. 66482. I'm going to write it down. Shit, what was it? 3 4 6 4 3 4 6 4 5 4 2 6 6 4 8 2 1 3 3 4 5 4 3 2 6 4 1 2 3 9 9 3. It's a 9 3, not a 1 3. 1 2 3 9 3 6 0 7 2 6 0 2 4 9 1 4 9 1 7 0. No, wait. maybe 7-0. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 6, 4, 7, 2, 4, 1, 2, 7, 3. 4, 1, 2, 7. Did I repeat that? It's possible that is also a set of 5 from somewhere earlier. 4, 1, 2, 7, 3. I have not used that set of 5 yet. That's 500 digits. Or no, sorry, that's 300 digits. Alright, so that is the end of the video. So I got the Great Scythe. I can upgrade it. Can't even wield it effectively, except unless no, I just simply can't wield it effectively. I thought that maybe if I was using 2 hands then I could, but it's dex that I was missing, not strength. So wielding it 2-handed doesn't actually help me. So I figure I can still fire ascend it later in the game once I get souls. I can also farm up some souls and put points into dex, and then I'll be able to wield it. So it's not the fire ascended Great Scythe, but it's still a Great Scythe, which is better than nothing. It's kind of... I kind of accomplished my goal. So, you know, whatever. It's good enough for me, I guess. I don't know that I have anything else to say about that video. But since I've started reciting pi, I may as well finish. I finally got to the point where, like, I actually want to test myself. It's from 300 to 350 that I want to see if I still know. Because I've only done it, like, on one occasion. So, I was talking about how I kind of know subsets of 50. Basically, each set of 50 digits, I usually know how it starts. So I can start at like 300 digits probably, but starting at like 275 digits, I don't know what that is. I couldn't start at 310 digits. I'd have to start at 300 and go in by 10. But starting at 300, is it 72458? 72458700066. I gotta make sure I'm not repeating that. So instead of actually checking all the digits I've already written down, I just kind of proceeded with what I thought. And I can tell by the pattern of the digits, which there isn't really a pattern, but my brain finds things that it calls patterns. Things that help me recognize things. And I don't know how to explain what it is I'm actually recognizing. But there's something in there that allows me to recognize that, yes, this is actually this part of pi. Because I know that doesn't happen somewhere earlier. And yeah, so basically that's the right part. And my brain connects that to those first 10 digits that I said, the 72458700066. So I was kind of whispering because I was thinking to myself, but in case you didn't realize it, starting at 300th digit of pi, it's 72458700066. You've heard that part. It goes on to 06 through 015, 58817, 48815, 20920. So that's 330 digits of pi. After that, 20920. 96282, maybe? 48815209220. 96282. 97540. I don't know about that 9 there. I feel like it's probably not 97540. It might be 37540 or something else. But I do feel pretty good about the 7540 part. 96282. Maybe it's 92540 actually. Nine one seven one five 36436. 917536436. I think that's it. I think I just did 350 digits of pi. I can double check to make sure that I didn't repeat any. Or I could just find my cheat sheet, wherever the fuck that is, and confirm based on that. Because yes, I do have the digits of pi laid out in a Word document and then printed so that I can carry it around with me and compare it. So 7245. I'm just going to go through the last 50 digits I recited. 724587066 06315 58817 48815 20920 96282 92540. It was a 2, but the 9 was right. 92540. So I was like half right, I guess. Oh shit. Wait. No, never mind. Yeah, okay. 91715 36436. Before that, 5648 56692 34603 48610 45432 66482 133 9360726 02491 41273. Yeah, I got it right. I know 350 digits of pi accurately. That's nice. Can't say it's nifty or anything, but it's nice. So anyway, now that I'm done with that, I have nothing else to add to my commentary. So I'm done recording. Thanks for watching.